And a very warm welcome on a warm winter's afternoon in Balcatta to Grindleford Reserve, wherever you're watching via Football West, live on Facebook or YouTube, around Perth, Australia, or indeed the world. Welcome again to Balcatta versus Perth. The restart has been successful for both of these two teams in the WNPL. Round one, they both got off to a winning start. The home side here, Balcatta, in the navy blue with the red trim. They will be kicking to the left of your screen. Perth, the Azuri, in their traditional sky blue. They will be kicking to the right. As I mentioned, Balcatta's round one of the COVID restart was a success. 3-2 winners against Melville. Looking to continue that winning start as Jamie Duncanson squares the ball back to her centre half. She scored in the round one for Perth in their 2-1 victory against Fremantle. And maintaining possession early here. Nice work from Henderson to keep the ball, but they turn it over. In the end, Onions cleans up. Back to Rebecca Bennett, who'll be wearing the gloves for Perth today. Balcatta happy to give Perth the early possession, let them dictate the play. It's a slightly under-hit pass there from Bulger, but she gets it back. Makes amends, and nice turn from Shepherd to maintain possession for Perth. Duncanson again, happy to let that roll for a throw. Harvey will take. Harvey looks down the line, cleared well by Diopra. And Harvey will have another go at it. Spadano retrieving. Onion spreading the ball wide to the left wing. Finding Henderson, who a little sloppy in possession, but works well to get it back and fouls her opponent in the process. First free kick of the day. And it'll be Kimberly McCartney to take it for Balcatta. Looks long in the direction of Douglas, who got a good flick on. Had no one running onto it. That one beats Duncanson, and back to Diopra, who's called to leave it and does so. Gets it now. Looks down the line to Harvey. Does well to get out of trouble and find Winchcombe. Cassandra Harvey, one of the goal scorers last week, who I just mentioned. Duncanson looking to make a run in behind, but caught on the ball. There was Spadano. Walden to do her defensive duties and clears. Subdued start to this one, I think it's fair to say. Douglas looks inboard to no one in particular. McCartney. And striding forward there, Winchcombe. Not often you see a centre half wearing number 9, but we've got that today. Duncanson just showing a bit of class and poise on the ball there. Ends up back at the feet of Bennett in goals. Perth can regroup. Long ball looking in the direction of Holtham. She's through here. Real chance. Great save Del Busco in goal for Balcatta. The big stop there to keep it at 0. And that cross a little too close to her. Good start for the Balcatta stopper. Onions getting across there and leaping to win the header against Douglas. Certainly wouldn't expect that looking at the height of the two of them. Veroni mops up in midfield but gives it away to Bolger. Spadano looks for Henderson. Can't keep it under control. Little step over from Alberts and wins a throw in. Through and off the legs of Henderson. April Nosser to take the throw. Looks in the direction of Astorp. Christian Astorp scored the winner for Balcatta and an assist in the opening goal. Big week for her last week. She'll be looking to continue her early season form today. Such a big game for both these sides. There's a foul surely there on in the Perth fullback position. Yeah, as I was saying, such an important game for both sides to keep pace with the Redbacks. That had a 4-0 win in their first game. They're looking strong this season. Just staying with that perfect record for as long as you can, keeping that pressure on the top of the table. That's the modus operandi for both sides here today. Big clash there. Shepherd and Godding going in hard, and here's a chance for Balcatta to run. Astorp couldn't get there, it was well cleared. There's Spadano again, back to Onions. And Perth again, able to control possession at the back. It's Balcatta happy to press high into the Perth half of the pitch and then sort of set up that block of 3 or 4 about 40 yards out from goal. Been quite difficult to play through for Perth. And they set back again. And you see they're dropping here almost in a straight line, these front 4 for Balcatta, and just not letting them play short and play out from the back. They'll give them the first one. They seem to be happy to give them that first possession on that first row and then just make it really difficult from there. Just happy to leave Onions and DeLeo in possession. They've done well there to break through, but Henderson's pass was sloppy. Veroni looks in behind. That's a wonderful ball for Harvey. Harvey looks at the goals and not sure whether that was a cross or a shot. I think she was caught in two minds. Certainly an easy one for Bennett. Good battle there from Spadano and Godding. And here's Duncanson. Little feint and she goes outside, looking to take on Dopra. Gets the ball into the box, the flag is up. Did well on that occasion to break through the Balcatta press there, Perth. Shepherd wins the header. Balcatta win the ball on the ground. Harvey gives it away. Shepherd to Onions and back. Duncanson is on the move, but the pass cut out well. Douglas looking to play a 1-2 in behind. Get there, ball ends up at the feet of Bennett. A wonderful pass there from the goalkeeper into the feet of Shepherd. And end up back at right back. You can hear right in front of us there, Jamie Duncanson calling for the easy pass and not wanting it herself. In the end, it sails over her head. Flick on by Astorp. Well cut out. As Perth try to clear by Alana Varoni. Certainly Duncanson looks to be the target for Perth when they go forward. So quick and good with the ball at her feet. Diopra to take the throw for Balcatta, the left back. Astorp looking for the flick on, misses it, ricochets off Shepherd. Duncanson throws her body in and then comes away with possession. Bolger gives it away. Harvey could have possibly brought it down, decided to head there, and a free kick for Shepherd. Godding just rolling over the back of her there. Not too many arguments about that one. DeLeo looked down the line, I think, for Holtham. The Balcatta skipper Delbusco in the goals to take this goal kick. Still 0-0 in this WNPL round 2 clash. Douglas does well to contest. Winchcombe takes the safe option, concedes a Perth throw. Harvey again with the ball in her hands. It's to the feet of Holtham. Digs out across. It's a wonderful ball into the box. Headed clear and blocked. Tremendous defending there from April Nossen. Had a lot to do and did it well. Had to deal with the first cross and then the follow-up. Balcatta step up, but Duncanson's attempted flick on, just caught it a little too flush. Astorp does well to rob the ball from Spadano and go forward. There's Jenna Onions mopping up at the back. Bolger steps inside Godding. Duncanson again the target here. She's confronted by Diopra and her shot takes a deflection off the Balcatta defender. Out for a Perth corner. First blood so important in these top of the table clashes. Both sides last week showing they are more than capable of scoring goals. Balcatta's game in particular was a roller coaster as they put a ball into as Perth put a ball into the box and Balcatta struggled to clear. Eventually they do. Nothing ahead of her for Balcatta. She looks down the line for Caitlin Douglas. Drop kicks down the line, well cleared there by Zoe Spadano. Spadano there leaving the ball for a teammate. Bolger comes away with it. Looked forward, wanted Holtham, but was put under a bit of pressure there by Christiane Astorp. They've done well to maintain possession. Onions with a lot of space in front of her, plays there to her fullback. Plays another long ball there, cut out easily by Kimberly McCartney. Oof. Good clash between Harvey and Harvey, I believe. Thought I might have looked at the wrong team sheet there for one of them. I believe it was Harvey and Harvey. Harvey coming out the victor. We have Cassandra Harvey wearing number 2 for Balcatta and Nadia Harvey, number 7 for Perth. Back to Duncanson. Spadano does really well outside of the foot to maintain possession. Duncanson flicks on in the direction of Holtham. It'll be a Perth throw. Holtham looks to flick it on for Duncanson. Does really well. Duncanson uses her body well and finds Holtham again. Lovely bit of interchange by the two Perth girls, and it results in the opening goal of the fixture for Katie Holtham. A wonderfully worked routine there from the throw. From the hands of Harvey, the head of Holtham. Duncanson did really well to outbody her opponent and then play in Katie Holtham herself. As I mentioned, a lovely bit of interchange between those two. For the opening goal, it is Balcatta 0, Perth SC 1. As Balcatta look to kick off. So important to respond well after conceding a goal. Oh, wonderful control from Winchcombe. And there is a bit of intensity here from Balcatta after the restart. They're looking to respond. And here's the goal scorer. Holtham just dropping deep. And Tessa DeLeo looking long. Another chance here, but a flag from the linesman will stop Emily Henderson's run. Looked a close call from here. Dalbusco looks long in the direction of Alberts. Off the defender and out for a throw. Douglas gets the ball into the box. Dangerous chance here for Astorp. Her shot was blocked. She'll get it back again. Leaves it for a teammate, and that pass to Harvey just cut out by Harvey. That's going to confuse me all day long. Diopra battling well for it there, losing possession. Good bit of fight there from Zoe Spadano. Holtham and Duncanson looking to link up again. They're both in the vicinity, and Holtham will come away with it. Not on the same page as her teammate there. But you can see just how dangerous those two are in particular, linking up for the goal and always looking a threat when they get near it. Balcatta a chance now, looking forward. Nosson trying to go past her opponent. Henderson did well to get back there and help out. Spadano finds Duncanson. Holtham calling for a 1-2, but she's going to go herself, and she's going to take them both on. A lot of green grass to run into, but yet again, Monique Diopra sticking to her task. She's had a tough day so far, marshalling those two, and it's not going to get any easier. Did her job well there. Shepherd leaves for onions and then gets it. Similar position to the opening goal here. Similar strategy from Perth. Holtham flicking on for Duncanson, but she just wasn't quite there. Not a bad ball from the goalkeeper there, just misread a little by Diopra. Harvey looks for Holtham, and that'll be a foul throw. Just slipped out of her hands a little bit as she threw it. Lovely header down the ball from Diopra, and a big clash there from Harvey and Harvey, I think it was again. Nadia Harvey on Cassandra Harvey, and the latter is just catching her breath. It was a meaty clash between the two girls. Just another one of the many Harvey v Harvey clashes we can look forward to for the rest of the afternoon. Balcatta throwing the ball back to Perth. And it rolls all the way over the line, and Bennett to take the goal kick. Balcatta again just setting up that high block there in the opposition half. Forcing the turnover. McCartney back to her captain. She's put under quick pressure. Jeez, that's... a wonderful slide tackle. Balcatta will keep possession. Good start from Nadia Harvey. She's been involved a lot. And there's her namesake, Cassandra Harvey, just being robbed of possession, but winning the free kick. Stating the obvious, but they would love a goal before half-time here, Balcatta. Yet to really trouble the Perth goal. It's Duncanson. Winchcombe. Via McCartney back to Winchcombe. Looks more direct, but no one there in a blue shirt, or in a navy blue shirt rather. But Perth returned the favour, turning it over rather easily. Lovely ball there from Anstorp. Albert's looking to get it in, but she's well dealt with by Tony Walden. Be a Balcatta corner. Looking to square the ledger at one here. In front of their home crowd. Coming up on half an hour played in this first half. The ball in, straight to the keeper. Has to wait for some options. Henderson's in a bit of space. He'll find her now. She's got Holtham ahead of her. If she can take it under control, she does, but she's well pressed and dispossessed by April Nosson. Henderson and Godding there battling. The ladder comes out with it for Balcatta. Confronted now by DeLeo. Not DeLeo, rather. It's Melissa Shepherd. And did really well there to outmuscle her opponent and keep possession. Here's Testaleo. Looking for a target and not finding one. Astorp looks in behind to Douglas. Cleared by Walden. Good spell here from Balcatta. Bit of possession in the final third. Yet to find any clear-cut chances. But just winning the arm wrestle at the moment, you feel. Brought down well there by Astorp. Tries to shoot it on the turn. Blocked, but comes out to Godding. And again, the final ball in, just lacking there. Story of the last 5 or 10 minutes for them. It's a good spells of possession and some build-up play, but nothing at the end of it. Harvey versus Harvey again. This time Cassandra Harvey wins the throw and muscled off it there well by Shepherd. And here's Onions. Looking long and direct, didn't see Harvey. And it was cut out, but working well to win it back to Holtham. Eventually gives it away back to Harvey. Nice turn from Bolger, looks wide for Henderson. Henderson cuts in field. Holtham. DeLeo. Not Bolger, rather. Shepherd goes to ground and Balcatta come away with possession. Here's Douglas. Wonderful ball over the top from Douglas. Just out of the reach of the on-rushing Astorp. Just inches away from getting on the end of that one and potentially making it 1-1. Winchcombe just waits a little bit and put herself under an unnecessary bit of pressure when perhaps the square pass to her partner would have been the easier option. Here's Harvey looking for Duncanson. Wonderful ball into the box there by Duncanson. No one gambling on it. Henderson will get there. She's confronted by Alberts and Alberts comes away with it but turns it over. Bit of pressure now from Perth. Duncanson finding herself in a bit of space over here on this right wing and ball not coming through to her. Onions finds Henderson. Henderson takes on Alberts again and can't get past her. Does win a throw. Looks for Holtham. Has McCartney for company. Comes around, ball into the box. Didn't quite reach Bolger. Not sure what that header was there from Winchcombe. But all's well that ends well from a Balcatta point of view. Nossant leaves it for Douglas and Douglas turns inside. She's got a bit of space to run into here. She's going to fire on the left foot and just get a little bit too far under it. And flies comfortably over the crossbar. Bennett will restart. Just sharing the ball with Onions. Balcatta still happy to just sit in this block and not press, and a little bit too easy there from Perth to get through. Holtham in a foot race there with McCartney, but the flag is up. Looks from that short burst that McCartney probably had her for pace. But that won't bother the goal scorer. Her team leads 1-0. Both teams in the hunt of maintaining their perfect record to start the season. And there's Harvey and Harvey again. Set up a box office clash between these two. The number of times they've locked horns so far today. Duncanson just turning around in circles there and running out of room. Duncanson and Holtham link up yet again. And here's Winchcombe looking to clean up the resultant mess. Lets it roll for a keeper and now gets it back at her feet. Winchcombe drills it into the feet of Astorp, who leaves it for Harvey. Perth take control again. Here's Holtham. Was looking wide for Henderson. In the end, came a little bit shorter to Bolger. Bolger for Holtham again. Wider for Duncanson, and again the flag is up. Shouts you can hear there from Bolger, just saying that she wants a bit more from her forwards in terms of running, persistent running, not just making that first run, making a second, making a third, doubling back. Godding looked to run in behind. Wonderful touch from Godding and turn. Just held up before she could break through on goal, and wonderful clearance there. DeLeo cutting that one out when it looked pretty dangerous for Balcatta. Here's the Opera. Looks for Harvey. Perth came away with it, but they turned it back over to Godding. Good turn from Holtham, but she can look to go. Winchcombe did well to get back and halt Holtham's progress, and then Harvey did even better to concede the throw. Long down the line from Harvey for Duncanson. And she wouldn't mind that one back. Not her best effort over on the right. We have seen what she can do with a run in behind and assist to tee up Katie Holtham for that opener. And most of Perth's more dangerous attacks have come down this right side. Attacking down the left side this time through Henderson. Henderson's ball in is dangerous, but confidently claiming is Gabby Dalbusco, the Balcatta skipper. Calming things down for her side. Long in the direction of Alberts, but she didn't really contest that ball. And Duncanson is offside that time. I could see it from here. She should really be able to hold your run there on that, looking right down the line. The Perth captain. Just straying a lapse of concentration. A good bit of build up again from Balcatta, but faltering when they enter the opposition half. Holtham looking to battle. Balcatta do well to come away with it through McCartney. Dalbusco. Back to McCartney. Walden went in hard but lost the ball. Balcatta looking to go forward. Harvey was the eventual recipient, but she was in an offside position. Tough ones for the linesman when the ball ricochets around off a few different players. Bennett goes long. Holtham looking for another flick on for Duncanson. A very clear path to goal for Perth. Throws and long balls. And here's the chance on goal for Balcatta, but wonderful defending from Tony Walden, getting back to deal with the danger at the last possible second. And the ball falls and sits up for Alana Veroni there. But her attempt was high, wide and not very handsome. It remains 1-0 to Perth. Into the last few minutes of the half. And Balcatta just pressing a little bit higher up the pitch now, looking to confront the Perth girls when they're in possession at the back. Obviously looking desperate for that equalising goal before half-time. Such a boost in the change rooms if they can get it. Godding gave possession to Douglas, who gave it away, and here's a chance for Perth to make it 2. If Duncanson can get on the end of it, she's dangerous. She does, but Winchcombe did so well to sweep that up. Harvey. Godding. Veroni. Did really well to win the ball there, Veroni, and Balcatta maintained possession. Douglas. Wonderful ball from Douglas. Back to Nosson. Her attempted ball into the box was just sliced a little bit and out for a goal kick. There's a poor kick there from the keeper and gives Balcatta another chance to maintain the squeeze. Nosson's first throw is headed out by a Perth defender. She'll get it back again. Looks for Veroni. Her first touch just let her down a little, and Spadano comes away with it for Perth. Nice turn there from Godding. Astorp's shot was blocked. Deflects out to Harvey. And Harvey looks to take on Harvey. Great turn there from Zoe Spadano. Duncanson dropping very deep. Probably not where Perth want her to be, but played a hand in them maintaining possession and coming away with it. Harvey's made a good run, overlapping her captain, but Winchcombe was there, was cool and composed. McCartney now. She's got Douglas asking for it up ahead of her. Comes back and finds Winchcombe. Dopra. Duncanson dropping a lot deeper now. They may have swapped positions momentarily. And that is the channel that Jamie Duncanson has made her own in this first half, but no one was occupying it. Diopra looks down the line and finds Winchcombe. Somewhat fortunately through the legs of her marker and back at her feet. I think something... As Harvey looks to play it back, but didn't see Bolger, who got it back to Holtham, who finds Bolger again, breaking down that right wing. Henderson looks to turn it on goal, but her shot was blocked. by April Nossen. Holtham again looking through for Bolger, but the flag was up early. Just made her run a little bit too soon. So we tick towards stoppage time in this first half. Balcatta looking for an equaliser. Albert's flick on is good. Nossen looking to get it into the box. Comes back to Alberts. Nossen will get there again. She's got Astorp there in support. Looks further back for Veroni. Doesn't get to her. Cut out well by Holtham. Diopera's clearance was a little bit flustered. Duncanson goes in hard and wins the ball. Cops a little kick from Godding, but keeps going. Just overran it at the end there. Henderson does well to claim it back, but then gives it away to Veroni, who in turn gives it away back to Perth. Very scrappy in the middle of the park at the moment. Nossen doing very well there, opposed to Walden. 2 or 3 challenges and blocks, just not letting her out. Walden in no rush to take this throw, catch her breath, get closer to half time. Terrible throw in straight to Nossen, who'll get it back. Looks to cut inside, does well. Gets it in on her left foot. Twisting and turning and firing on goal. There was Douglas. Did well to fashion a chance, but hit it straight down the throat of Rebecca Bennett, who plays it out to Testaleo. Scored a free kick last week. We all love a centre-back that can step up and curl a free kick into the back of the net. Here's Bolger. Duncanson got a nice little push off of Godding, but the ball overran her and comes back to Godding now. Cassandra Harvey looking to curl the ball in behind the defence. It was the right idea. The wrong execution. Just didn't quite get enough whip on that to find the feet of Astorp. Here's Duncanson out on the right again. Holtham coming deep and wide to get involved and trying to feed Harvey, and she is absolutely cleaned up there by Chelsea Winchcombe. He doesn't just clean up her opponent, she also wins a throw. She'll look to get it off the upper as well. I'd wager, and as usual when I wager, I lose my wager. She goes down the line in the direction of Astorp, who bailed out of the contest. Onions does well up against Douglas. DeLeo does well. Duncanson, Veroni, back to Onions again. Moving the ball well now, Perth. Maybe looking to fashion one more chance. Here's Duncanson coming inside. Spraying it back to Onions. They give her space as she advances. It turns the ball over. Veroni with the interception. Gets it to Nossen, who looks wide to Astorp. Astorp, plenty of time to look and get a ball into the box, and I think that ball may have just deflected off the top of the goal. I'm sure that was an attempted cross from that position, but ended up having Rebecca Bennett scrambling there in the Perth goals. These Onions with the ball at her feet again. These Perth centre halves and goalkeeper have spent a fair bit of this first half, just knocking the ball back and forward between themselves like that, waiting for an opportunity. A good contest again between Harvey and Harvey. Cassandra coming out on top. Good block from Holtham on Winchcombe. Forces Balcatta to retreat all the way back to their keeper. A little push in the back there from the Perth midfielder, the Walden, but the referee lets it go. And Balcatta come away with possession anyway. Here's Nosson. Douglas turning and shooting, and again rolls it into the lap of Bennett. They've fashioned a few chances now this half, Balcatta. A good 2 or 3 shots on the turn that they've only managed to strike straight at Rebecca Bennett in the Perth goal. As the referee blows his whistle to end this first half. Picked up as we went on. Chances for both teams, but the breakthrough came from Katie Holtham as she teed up with Jamie Duncanson from a little throw-in set-piece routine, a flick-on header. Duncanson won the ball. Holtham continued her run and then fired it into the bottom left corner. That was the only goal for the half. And that leaves us at half-time. Perth SC 1 and Balcatta 0. And welcome back to this WNPL Perth round 2 match at Grindleford Reserve between Balcatta and Perth SC. Current score, Balcatta 0, Perth SC 1. The side separated by a first half Katie Holtham strike after a good bit of build-up between her and Duncanson, who, as I mentioned her name, gives the ball away. Douglas does well to get it back to the feet of Harvey. Very close call there for that offside. A big second half for both sides, looking to extend their winning run to start the season to 2-0. Henderson battles there with Nossent, the latter winning out. Gets it down to Godding. Gives it to Harvey. Harvey plays it. Fires it in the feet of Astorp, who lets it run. And good closing down there by Alberts to keep the pressure on. Bright start to the second half here by Balcatta. It did manage a few spells of dangerous looking possession. A few chances, but all fired straight at the goalkeeper. As Nossent twists and turns and Henderson comes in to help out. And the two win out at the expense of a throw. Oh, fired at goal on the turn there from Christiane Astorp. And Bennett looks to get that one to bounce over the head of Alberts. He gets a little bit on it and then follows up and concedes a throw in. Which Perth take long quickly down the line towards Henderson. Henderson looking for the goal scorer. Not finding it. Walden marshalled over the line by Douglas. Astorp looking forward. Douglas following it up. Douglas goes outside. She's got a chance here. Wonderful tackle. Nadia Harvey timing that one to perfection. Snuffing out any chance of a Balcatta goal. Fantastic tackle. With the throw, Godding with the flick on. And here's a chance to Holtham in space. She can run. She's got Henderson streaming ahead of her down that left wing and she'll find it. Just Winchcombe to beat there. For Henderson, she comes back to Holtham, but that was well read by Astorp, who heaves it down the line. It's a wonderful ball. Douglas just read it a little bit late and that allowed DeLeo to just come in and close the door. A poor ball forward there from Harvey. He's got a bit of good karma in the bank after that wonderful tackle a few moments ago, but here's Godding. Over the top for Nossent, up against Onions. Dangerous position for the centre-back on the edge of the penalty box there, but she's marshalled her a few yards wide now. And Nossent will, in the end, leave it for Godding. And between them, they manage to turn it over. Perth goal kick. Bennett will get us restarted. As it short to Onions, again a lot of space in front of her as Balcatta just back off as Henderson attempted to be played in down the line. Cut out by McCartney. Walden with the throw. Looking for Henderson. Henderson does well. Just gets a toe on it there, but couldn't get it under control. And Del Busco comes away for Balcatta. Finds Harvey. Harvey and Harvey go at it again. This time Cassandra making the winning moves, getting the ball on to Caitlin Douglas. Douglas has got space, she's got time, she can look across the box for Emily Nossent. A wonderful opening, wonderful move, opportunity for Balcatta. And April Nossent just could not keep the ball down. So we have a substitution here for Perth. Will be Emily Henderson coming off. And replacing her will be Jessica Byrne. So Tony Walden has come out to this left wing position to replace Henderson there. And here is the substitute, Jess Byrne. Her first contribution is not a good one. She's turned it over. Astorp looks to get the ball in the box in the direction of Douglas. It's not going to get there. Diopra linking up with Winchcombe and coming away with it well. Balcatta Godding. Her ball was not great, but it smacks into the chest of Jessica Byrne, who has to foul to stop the build-up, and Balcatta can look to get the ball into the box. A bit of a shaky start there from Jess Byrne, their substitute. Turned it over on her first possession and didn't control that ball well when it came into her. And Balcatta now with the chance. About 40 yards out. Not a good angle, though, to get a dangerous ball into the box. As so often happens with those straight ones, it ends up in the arms of the goalkeeper. Bennett clears. Diopra gets there first. Can't keep it under control, but gets it away from danger. Duncanson throws the ball back there to Harvey. Haven't seen much of Duncanson in the opening stages of this half. Oh, that's better from Byrne. Good touch. Gave it away, but Onions threw herself in to win it back, and she'll do the same again. But this time she loses out to Alberts, and Alberts can run. She looks to run at Byrne now and just snatches at the cross and rolls it again at the feet of the goalkeeper. She had a reasonable amount to do in goals, Rebecca Bennett, but most of it has been relatively straightforward. A lot of shots that have just rolled along the ground in front of her. Good for the stats. Good bit of body work from Caitlin Douglas to maintain possession. Here's Nossent. Looks back to Douglas, but Jess Byrne intercepted and then gave it away. Back to Douglas. Veroni turns it over. Good work there from McCartney. It's a real scrap in the middle of the park at the moment, this one. There's 6 or 7 girls around the ball, ricocheting all over the place. Just needs a cool head. A nice little turn around the corner from Melissa Shepherd, just cools things down. And then the goalkeeper kicks it straight out of bounds. for a Balcatta throw. Another substitution coming up for Perth. Looks like it will be the goal scorer, Katie Holtham, coming off. And Abby Meekins will replace her. So Meekins running onto the pitch and immediately becoming the furthest advanced Perth player. It looks like she will lead the line for the remainder of this second half. Ball thrown in, well cleared by DeLeo. Be interesting to see how long until Balcatta start really pressing all the way up to the penalty box and how Perth can deal with that if and when it does happen. It's Bulger taking her time and finding onions. They found Meekins, got it back to Bulger, but a long ball over the top. Straight into the possession of Balcatta. Harvey looking to run onto that one, but not quite having the legs. And usually so far in this game, one Harvey's loss is another Harvey's gain. Nicola with the throw-in. Good toe in there for Perth. They look to go forward, dealt with well by Nosson. Douglas bringing it under control with a bit of class. She's got Astorp out wide, finds her. Dangerous ball into the box. Harvey and Harvey will do battle again. Good ball from Cassandra. Little flick on. Off the chest it looked like there of the Perth defender, or midfielder, Melissa Shepherd. Good ball from the goalkeeper there. Good bit of link-up play there from Balcatta. Alberts has made the run, but that pass is just a little overhit there from Monique Godding. You'd have to think Abby Meekins would be looking forward to coming onto the pitch with Balcatta chasing an equaliser. It's a good time to go up top and look to get him behind on the counter-attack. There's a little mix-up at the back, nearly cost Perth. Testaleo ending up spending a bit of time on the ground. Striding forward there is Byrne. A poor ball. And another turnover, and here comes Byrne again. Oh, good touch around her marker from Walden. Into the box now. Confronted by Winchcombe, just gets it back, and a good strike! It's better than good! That is wonderful! Abby Meekins turns and fires from 30 yards. And finds the back of the net. I Was just saying she might be licking her lips coming on with Balcatta chasing an equaliser because she might be able to get in behind on the counter-attack with a bit of pace. Turns out she doesn't need to get in behind. She can just turn and hit them from 30. Wonderful goal. As soon as it sat there for her, her eyes lit up, and the substitute, Abby Meekins, makes it 2-0. And the task has just become a whole lot tougher for Balcatta. Onions using a bit of experience to nudge Alberts out of the way there. And she'll use all her experience here to just take a little bit of time on the throw-in. Nothing will be done at a rush for Perth now. They've got that 2-0 lead, but Balcatta looking to halve the deficit. Astor perhaps could have been better advised to play in her teammate there. Opted for goal. Just sliced it over the bar. Here's Jess Byrne to Onions. Onions just a little bit lax with the first time pass. And Testaleo just mopping up. Throw into Walden, who tried to just volley it into the box first time. It was an ambitious attempt. Bennett to get us restarted. That's a shocker of a goal kick. Walden plays it over the top. Oh, sorry, it was Douglas playing it over the top, and Bennett coming out to mop up the danger. Here's Douglas again. The flick on from Harvey was almost retrieved by a teammate, but another goal kick for Perth as they look to slow this one down and finish things off. You can already see Balcatta now realising they can't afford to let Perth just play it around at the back anymore. A much better kick that time from Bennett. Oh, good turn from Godding. McCartney. Oh, wonderful take and run there. The feet of Godding, but just couldn't connect. Looking for Nosson. And Onions again, just soaking up a bit of clock. I don't know how much longer the referee will allow that to keep going. Great pressure there from Perth's Tony Walden. Just not giving them any easy path down this right wing. Well, they go over the top of it. Onions eventually cleans up the mess. Spadano looks to run but is dispossessed, and here's Nosset. Does well to get it to Godding. Back to Nosson. She's got Astorp in the middle calling for it. Won't be able to get it there. Back to Godding. She tries to get it in the box, but it's blocked. They go inside. McCartney again. And Harvey just looks to whip one into the box. Gets far too much on it. Perth can reload. So you certainly wouldn't say either side has dominated this contest. There's been a lot of scrappy fights for possession in the middle of the pitch, but when it comes to that final third and just a bit of class and a bit of quality in both boxes, Perth have had the edge. A couple of wonderful tackles saving the day, and a couple of wonderful goals, just giving them the edge. Byrne goes in late on Alberts. The referee indicates that he saw it. The advantage is given. Winchcombe just eases her opponent under the ball, and Balcatta get the ball back again. But again, just near that midfield circle. There must be some sort of passing curse around that area of the ground, because just constant turnovers today. Oh, wonderful turn there from Zoe Spadano. Heard the footsteps of her opponent coming and just deftly sidestepped out of the way. There's Byrne and DeLeo share the ball at the back. DeLeo looks forward, it's down the line, and that was close. That was very, very close from where we're standing up here. Balcatta back four was not particularly well organised on that occasion. And now it will be Balcatta making the sub, their first of the day. It's Angelique Alberts coming off. And Ashley Panaya coming on to replace her. Shouts there from the Perth bench to push up. They don't want to start sitting too deep and inviting pressure on in these final stages. Around halfway through this second half. A 2-0 lead for Perth. Balcatta with all the work to do. Here's the sub. The ball's cut out by another substitute in Byrne. Onions finds Bulger. She wanted someone coming towards her. There was nothing. Onions finds Spadano, back to Bulger. Looking in behind. Cut out there by Panaya. And Panaya does well, but loses out. Wonderful effort and tackle there from Zoe Spadano. She's been lively all game, but gives it away. Byrne opposed to Douglas. Douglas looking to go around her. Does it with relative ease. Ball into the box, but having to retreat was... Oh, Harvey and her attempt on the left foot, just inches over the top. So close to halving the deficit. Wonderful bit of play there from Perth. Bulger just has to turn back. Spadano looking to take on a couple. And just a poor ball there from Onions back into the mix-up. Just choosing the wrong option on a few occasions, Perth, in transition. Seems to be more a case of decision-making than execution on most of the turnovers today, which you can expect after a few months coronavirus enforced layoffs. Winchcombe squares it across to McCartney. He plays it back to Del Bosco. McCartney. Onions recovering possession after Douglas just couldn't control. Good ball from Bennett to Onions, but it had a bit on it and she couldn't quite get it under control. And Byrne comes away with it, only as far as Nossent. Nossent twists and turns and perhaps loses her bearings a little bit at some point in the pirouette. Onions with the throw, looks down the line. Godding clears for Balcatta, but this suits Perth. This more than suits Perth. Throw in, contest, clearance, repeat. They'll be more than happy to continue for as much of the final 20 minutes as Balcatta will allow. Long. And again, the ricochet off Nossent and another Perth throw. Say Onions has almost had the ball in her hands as much as she's had it at her feet this game. And right on cue, here she is. The ball Spadano couldn't control, and speculative effort from Cassandra Harvey. Looking to make it 2-2. Certainly closer than I thought when she first struck it. But no real danger again for Bennett's goal. She comes short to Byrne. Balcatta pressing really high now. Looking to force these turnovers high up the pitch. Onions, good turn from Bulger. And now they can look to switch it out the open side. DeLeo's ball, though, is not good, and Harvey cuts it out. She goes around Harvey a bit easily because Harvey stopped to appeal for the throw-in. The linesman did end up bringing it back. Might be advised to play to the whistle next time, though. Perth now looking to bring it over to the open side, but it's so open there aren't even any Perth players over here. Walden's worked hard to make herself an option. Back to Byrne, and this will suit Perth again. No need to force anything. The ball for Harvey to run onto, but Diopra's done well enough to turn it back, but ball with Bulger in the end in the Balcatta box. Can't do much with it. Back out to Duncanson. Lovely bit of footwork there. Jamie Duncanson comes back out to Spadano. She looks into the feet of Bulger. Oh. Could have been 3. Very nearly could have been 3. Just a really nifty player on the half turn. Nicola Bulger can just drop the shoulder and go. She's shown that a few times today. A real weapon of hers. Just escaping those tight spaces. Wonderful ball there from Del Busco. Nossent probably should have done better, but it's all worked out. It's Panaya and Nossent can link up there. And Byrne does well to cut out the pass intended for Douglas. Panaya with the throw in the direction of Godding, but never really any chance to get under control. And here's Duncanson. Oh, approached by Winchcombe. Fortunate to escape without a clash of heads there, the girls. And Harvey blocks Harvey's cross. The opera with the throw. Onions moves over to left back from centre half earlier on in this half, when Girl on the ball there, Byrne came on. She's turned it over there though, and oh gee, that's poor. That is poor from Astorp. She had options inside her and chose to throw her foot at it from a very, very speculative position. Certainly Nossen, who'd made the run from right back to get on the edge of the area, was a far better option. Balcatta doing well just to force the turnovers at the moment and keep the pressure up the other end. But Perth always looking dangerous on the counter. Here goes Delpra. Into the feet of Douglas. What a turn that is. And what a ball that is. Astorp should make it 2-1. She does. The deficit is halved. And Balcatta are right back in this one. Just a wonderful bit of play there. Douglas and Astorp. And a bit of fire breathed back into this one. Balcatta 1, Perth 2. Astorp and Douglas teaming up to give Balcatta a bit of hope in this one. It was such a wonderful twist and turn in the middle there from Caitlin Douglas, and even better at the end is to have the composure to get your head up and play a ball into the path of a teammate, and she rolled it perfectly for Astorp to run onto and slide it under the onrushing Rebecca Bennett. Just under 15 minutes to play in this one, plus stoppages. Hasn't been too many of those. As Harvey lost her footing and had time to get it back again, but that is a poor ball. Perth looking like they are feeling a little bit of the pressure. Balcatta have turned up the tempo and they're really asking questions now of this Perth side. And now Perth can break. That was close. Looked like she was just a shoulder off. Abby Meekins looking to get in behind. And just going a split second early. And the captain coming up, Gabby Delbusco. Showing a bit of leadership there, getting everyone forward, telling them we want to take a chance. There is a chance, and that's just over the top. Just over the top from Caitlin Douglas. She's already put one on a plate. She's looking to score one herself now. And you love the work from the captain there, Gabby Delbusco, just taking the ball herself, running up 40 yards from goal to play what very nearly became an assist on the equaliser. They are just pressing and pressing now. Should be a very competitive final 10 minutes or so of this one. McCartney mops up. Delbusco looks long and direct again. It looks like that might be a weapon for Balcatta. As Astorp looked to come away with it, gave it to Veroni, who turned it over. Nice little shimmy. Just doing a little bit too much there, I think. Spadano, it's worked out, but you'd think you'd be better advised to be playing simple balls here, Perth. I don't need anything too fancy. And Nadia Harvey's turn to soak up a few seconds. Balcatta not giving them any easy throw. Winchcombe coming out and winning it. The header back over the top, and Meekins hadn't come back from her offside position when the ball was played. And Dubusco in a rush to get this going again. Fires it long and direct. Douglas does well, wins a throw. Diopra, back to Douglas. Nice little flick. You don't have that much time on the ball. Astorp looking wide for Nossent, but didn't quite get there. Good contest there between McCartney and Walden. Perth very regularly being forced now into these clearances, and Duncanson got there late, and that'll be a booking. You can't have too many arguments about that one with the height of the boot. Wouldn't argue anything malicious, but certainly just didn't quite get there in time. Balcatta throw numbers forward again. McCartney over this one. Just going to curl it into the box. They let it bounce. It almost runs for Harvey, but Bennett does really well to come out and smother it. And release Nadia Harvey. Little deflection, falls into the path of Abby Meekins. She's got one, she's looking for a second. Looking to take on McCartney here. Looking to nutmeg McCartney there. She does, but doesn't get it back on the other side. Good fight there from Winchcombe. Balcatta will win the throw. It's certainly not over yet. This WNPL round 2 clash. Ball around the corner, well dealt with by Byrne. That was dangerous. And dealt with again by Harvey. And Perth will make another substitution. It will be Ingrid Basalo to come on for Perth. Basalo on, Bulger off. So 3 substitutions now for Perth. Balcatta, just the one. Heading towards the final stages of this one. Still plenty of time. Balcatta got their lifeline not long ago. Bit of wonderful work from Douglas in the midfield to feed Astorp and make it 2-1. And another wonderful tackle at the back there. This time from Nadia Harvey, and won the ball back off the Balcatta forward and out for a goal kick. Perfect result. Just over 5 minutes left of regular time. And Balcatta pushing for an equaliser. Onions looks wide for Byrne, who finds Tony Walden, whose little back heel turn didn't quite work out. And here's Astorp, the goal scorer, twisting and turning, looking to take on Jenna Onions. Comes back again, finds Nossent, finds Astorp again, back to Nossent. Back to Astorp. Looking to get the ball into the box. Curls it into the feet of a Perth defender. And McCartney and Winchcombe can mop up. Good ball from Winchcombe to find Nossent. She finds the substitute, Panaya. And that ball back off Panaya and out for a goal kick. to the bemusement of the Balcatta bench, but from where I'm standing, it looked a pretty clear goal kick. Perth take their time. No, will not be rushed. It's going to be up to Balcatta to put the squeeze on them there. And if I'm Perth here, I'm just going side to side until they want to step up to me, because as soon as you go forward, you risk turning over the ball. McCartney back to Del Busco. Oh, sorry, leaves it for Del Busco. Oh, good battle there from Godding to win it away, but turns it over. Here's a chance for Tony Walden to run onto it. She does. She beats Nossent, gets the ball into the box. It's going to overrun the keeper, but not Diopra, who does really well to slide in and clear it for a Perth throw. Looking to, you'd think, wrap this one up if they can score here, the Azzurri. Hitchcombe wins it out. And Balcatta can clear, but Perth can mop up. No good for Balcatta. Just easing the pressure. They need to create some chances of their own now. Onions looking to the feet of Walden. Panaya does well to get it in a forward direction for Balcatta, but Perth come away with it again. And Byrne looking to get in behind. Looks like she's swapped out to that left back position. And Jenna Onions has moved back into centre half. And Bennett cool in a crisis there to play the ball to Onions and get it back at her feet. And applauds from the Perth bench here as they don't force it. They take their time, and then as soon as I say that, Abby Meekins gets her head up and tries to play a ball over the top and turns it over. Del Busco, another long ball forward. Perth has struggled to deal with these at times, and they've struggled again. And Douglas cuts it back. She's clipped there. The referee, it was behind him. It looked like a clip from here. No VAR in the WNPL, unfortunately, for Balcatta. The referee was in a really bad position to see it. It was certainly behind the play, and it looked like a coming together, a clash of ankles. And Astorp, the goal scorer, went down, and on another day, you'd see it given. Not today. They'll have to find another avenue to goal. Harvey clears, but it's going to come straight back. Diopra with the throw. Into the feet of Douglas, now into the box. Comes over the back, and Panaya had her arm held and then thundered into the back of the Perth defender there. Possibly in frustration. Can't quite see who that is on the ground there for Perth, but things livening up in these final few minutes. A couple of penalty calls, penalty shouts for Balcatta, not getting the call that they wanted on either occasion. Tony Walden was the Perth player that got clattered into by Panaya, the substitute, after the second non-call. Remains Balcatta 1, Perth 2. We have entered stoppage time. There can't be more than a couple of minutes left for Balcatta to salvage a point. You'd certainly say Perth have probably shaded this one. But both sides have had a few chances. And here's a chance to finish it. A real chance! Oh. And Tony Walden just lost her bearings as she fell backwards. Struck that one over the bar. Del Busco will look to get it long and direct as quickly as possible. It's now or never time for Balcatta. And looking more and more like it might be never. As Perth win the throw. Duncanson is battling to maintain possession and kill clock in equal measure. Perth just cycling possession now, doing really well. Basalo, the substitute, plays it for Meek and the other substitute. She would be advised to head towards the corner flag and keep possession. She does that. Finds Walden. Walden gives possession away, ill-advised in that position. Under very little pressure. Gives Balcatta one more chance perhaps. Dopra looks down the line towards Douglas, but DeLeo stepping in and cutting that out. It's a Balcatta throw. They need to get numbers forward and they need to do it now. And that's not going to help. Perth throw, and should just about be all she wrote. The ball ends. Oh, I thought that was the final whistle. I was about to say the ball ends at the feet of Duncanson, but they allow play to go on and a Balcatta throw in the final third. One more chance for Balcatta. Good throw. Dangerous position, well cleared. McCartney couldn't take it on the first touch. Has time to reload. Clip it long over the top into the path of Douglas, but too far into the path of Douglas, and Bennett rushes out and deals with the danger. Her long clearance will be the last kick of the game, and Perth hold on. Certainly made to work for it in the end by a tough fighting Balcatta team. Perth took the lead early in the first half, led 1-0 at the half after Katie Holtham it was. Put them in front after a nice interchange with Jamie Duncanson, and then in the second half a stunning strike from substitute Abby Meakin. Didn't look like there was anything on when the ball bounced to her 25-30 yards out, and she fired it into the top corner. And Balcatta fought back, got what in the end will just be a constellation goal. Douglas and Astorp linking up the ladder, firing home to give some hope to the home side, but it wasn't to be. And the final score at the end of this WNPL clash is Balcatta 1, Perth SC 2.